1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. What's guys? How's it going? So today, a bit later today, but it's not going to be as rushed. I can chill. I've got my Rice Krispies, I've got water, and I've got a few wee bits of chocolate. So we can just chill today. Don't have to rush anything. So yeah. Oh, let's get set up. So pull-ups and overhead pressing and deadlift. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty tired from my training yesterday. I think it's just because I was quite intent with my training. I was very boom, 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 boom. That completely knackered me. Like, sometimes it's good to do that, you know, train with purpose, you know, make sure you're doing minimal times, this and that. It's not always the best for strength, but I mean, it helped me progress. Certainly. And even with my very short rest timings and stuff, I actually managed to get my 3 sets of 5. So I'm now on to 140 squatting, which is great. I'm just setting up overhead press just now whilst I'm getting ready for doing my pull-ups. Just makes sense to get everything kind of together. There we go. Let's have some Rice Krispies. Oh, actually, before that, let's check, make sure everything's on the stream. Yep. Yep, everything's all good. We are good. I say we're not going to be doing anything too crazy today. Taking our time, enjoying our food. I even tidied the beard and the brows and the nose and that. Easy. Feels weird how easy pull-ups are. Oh, I mean 5 reps of pull-ups is really easy. And I can actually get pretty damn high as well. I actually do get pretty high. It's pretty much noticed like shoulders over the bar. Good. Good. I bet it is, but I've had a wee sandwich, I've got some Rice Krispies, I'll be having some dinner, so. I just need balance meeting a bit better. Right. So we will be setting timers, but they're not going to be as bad, to be fair. Well, the timers weren't bad before, but I just wasn't really abiding by them. So let's go. Okay. So for the pull-up to count, I must be able to pull up when my elbow is perpendicular. If I don't get at least perpendicular, it won't count. Ideally, I get, as I say, chin above the bar. Ideally. Not bad. Not bad. Still going to observe the form. All good. All good. All good. All good. Aye. All reps are fine. The only issue I do feel with pull-ups is I feel that it's my biceps and my forearms, don't know, having a lot of the work getting done. Of course my lats must be coming to action as well, but I'm really just chilling. Just take my time. There's no point rushing. Samron shared shadows. Workout has just begun, so as I say, I'm doing some pull-ups, I'm doing some overhead pressing, and I'm doing some deadlifting. So I am doing well with the pull-ups. I'm doing fairly decent with overhead pressing, but deadlift, I am almost in the training zone. The rack, I believe the rack cost just about 1,500 Great British pounds. About £1,500. And that isn't including the spotter arms or the dip attachment. Basically I got the rack, the pull-up bar and the cable attachment, all for, including the rack itself, all for 1,500. It is a nice rack. It also, I don't know if you've realised, it folds in on itself as well, so it folds away. See if you're here to the end of the stream, I'll show you it folding in. Right, let's go again. Oh. The wee sticking point there. Just bought a $400 one, nice. Getting myself back into fitness. Good man, good. It's good, that's good mate, good. See, I knew from the start that I wanted once I got my house, I wanted a home gym. I wanted all the best equipment I could buy and stuff. So I originally was going to buy everything cheaper and then buy more expensive. I just thought, the old saying, you buy right, you buy once. So that's why everything I've bought has been quite expensive, because I probably won't need to buy anything again. Like the barbell I've got will probably outlive me. The dumbbells Easy Bar will probably outlive me. Everything that, all this gym equipment will probably outlive me. So it's an investment in my health, and it's an investment in, I don't need to go to a public gym. Don't need to spend, but well, one thing, public gym membership and time wasting. Because I feel like I was wasting a lot of time in the gym, and not by just doing the workouts, but by talking to people, waiting for equipment, stuff like that. Like I could go, like right now, I can do a workout, I just say from yesterday, I can do a pretty hard workout in about an hour and a bit. Whereas if I was to do that same workout in a public gym, it would probably take me twice as long with trying to do the same intensity and stuff, just because waiting on equipment, talking to people, socialising. Whereas with this and streaming, I can do it all and I can still socialise with people. I was doing the math and decided to buy more equipment instead of paying for a gym. Yeah. Also, another big point is, see when it's your equipment, you'll take care of it. So I know it's only myself using this barbell, so I know when I clean it, it's only me touching it. So I'm brushing it and all these skin bits are coming off. It's my own skin, it's nobody else's skin. And I know it's actually getting cleaned because I'm the one doing it. You go to a public gym, how often, yes, a bar might get wiped down, but will a bar get brushed? People, you've seen some funky shit people do in the gym. I say fucking, don't want to name the things, but aye, at least I know all my equipment is sanitary. Right, third and last set. I think I got a skin fungus, exactly. It's especially like sweating is a normal thing, but if you sweat that fucking much, you should wipe down your machine and stuff. But a lot of people don't. Even I can say when I've sweated, I've not wiped down a machine before, because that's the last thing people think to do as well. If I'm very conscious and going, yeah, I've sweated a shit ton, let me get that away, of course. But even if you don't think you're sweating, you're still sweating. So aye. Everybody's guilty of that. But at least I know my equipment, I keep it clean. And I can tailor the gym to my specific needs. So this isn't how my gym's going to be forever. This gym, yes. See, I was just about to say, so this gym is upstairs, so I have to be very careful when I'm lifting, because if I do something really bad and drastic and throw weights about, I could go through my fucking floor, which I doubt it, because I'm in an old fucking 1930s house. It's a solid foundations, solid beams and stuff. As long as I'm not ripping the arse and controlling the weights, I'll be fine. But I'm planning to get an extension to the house, so I'll move the gym downstairs, reinforced flooring. I can throw weights about as I want. I can have the gym bigger. As I said, a couple of things that I want is I want a dual cable for more isolation work. Even though I'm a powerlifter, I still like doing some bodybuilding stuff. Heavy bag for, you know, boxing, martial arts and stuff, because I used to do all that. I still don't do it much anymore, but I still like to have a heavy bag. And lastly, a skill mill for doing like running, sprinting, stuff like that, you know, because you need your heart health as well. All that, and also I'd like my rack also down. I'd also like a powerlifting platform. And then lastly, a wee sauna. Whether I have a sauna built in with my extension or I have one of them outdoor saunas, I need some sort of a sauna, because that is one thing, as you said. I used to love going to a gym, doing a workout and then going for a swim in sauna. And then going between hot and cold. Going in the sauna, jumping in the cold shower, jumping in the sauna, jumping in the cold shower. I used to love doing all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to quickly look at my pull-up form. Just check, that's fine. Good. Good. So I'm just checking my form, so it's all good. Aye. One, 2, 3, 4. Pull-up's fine. Good, happy days. I'd always end my workout with a sauna and shower. Exactly. As I said, I like to go from a sauna to a cold shower, to a sauna to a cold shower. I heard it helps do an ice plunge before I work out and a sauna afterwards. Well, it's all about recovery. I know there's a lot of facts behind, like a lot of statistics behind like saunas and doing like heat treatment and stuff. That is actually good for you. Like, it's good for the heart. It's good to do a sauna like a wee hour or two before bed, because it helps you, like when your body cools down, you go into a deeper sleep easier. Stuff like that. Heat promotes recovery and all that as well. So same with cold. In all fairness, I prefer hot treatment to cold treatment. I hate doing like ice baths and stuff like that. I've done a cold bath and I've done a cold shower. I've never done like buckets of ice and jumped in. You know, fuck that. Right. So we completed our pull-ups. Overhead pressing now. Tried it once, nice. Well, that is a lie. When I did Tough Mudder, basically, if you don't know what Tough Mudder is, essentially an obstacle course. You do like a 15k run, and in between it's wee obstacles. And one was an ice plunge, where you go down a slide and into a big bucket of like cold water and ice water. So technically, I did do that. You can check it in my wee YouTube bit, me doing the Tough Mudder. It's called Ice Plunge or something like that. So I did technically do one, and it was cold, but I was already been running for like 14 kilometres, so. But I hate running. See, I hate running too, but I actually like running when it's for a specific purpose. So, for example, when I was boxing, when you're boxing, you have to be fit. There's no other way about it. As I say, you don't play boxing. You need to do it. You have to do it. You have to take it serious. So, when I was boxing, I did start doing a lot of 5, 10Ks, even at one point ran a half marathon, just for testing my pure fitness and stuff. And I did get above average at running. I'm not going to say I was good at running, so I managed to get my 5K sub 20. I think that's pretty good. As I say, from people who are runners, they probably do it in a daily. So, but my main thing was, I'm not doing running to get better at running. I'm doing running so that when I get better at running, I'll become a better fighter. I'll be a fitter fighter. I'll be able to throw more punches and last longer in a round. It's the same again when I was running for Tough Mudder, doing the big event thing. It wasn't just doing a big long run. You were doing a run, then you're doing like climbing over stuff or going through the mud and going through water and electrical. It was a more of a big long obstacle course. And I knew if I was running and somewhat fit, I would find the obstacle course and the run a lot easier. So I would say, see if you need to get into running, give yourself a purpose to run. Even if it's like signing up for like like a Tough Mudder like event, or by doing a martial art or something and you need to be fit, I say running's the best way to get fit. Cycling, skipping, swimming, they all do the sort of thing, but nothing gets you fit like running, sprinting, stuff like that. Oh, what are you saying? I'll do other aerobic exercises, just running I find so boring, especially on treadmills. Walking is nice. That's it. I mean, I love swimming. I could swim a mile in under 20 minutes or under half an hour. Can't mind what it. I could do a kilometre in under aye. So aye. I mean, I love swimming. I was quite a decent wee swimmer, even though I was short and quite muscular, because a lot of muscle weighs you down. I did a lot of swimming when I was young, so I did get quite decent at swimming. And also I was a lifeguard, so I had to swim. And what else? What else? Burns a lot of calories, yeah. Skipping's good for cardio. I say it's quite a low impact cardio. Personally, if you don't like running, I'd see one thing that can get you absolutely fucked is doing sprints. But then again, that'll be more. I say there's different levels of cardio. Like you've got like where you're doing your metabolic, which is like your fat burning, and then you've got your cardiovascular, which is training the actual heart muscle. Which, as I say, swimming, you can do that. You can go at a nice slow pace, metabolic, then try and do sprints for more cardiovascular. Same with cycling. You can do it. You can train it both ways. I just find running a lot more physical, which is like no shit, Sherlock, but aye. Right. Okay. I prefer sprints, just get it done with, aye. I have a rowing machine, which I prefer over running. I've never really been into rowing. I mean, I don't mind it because I've got a, like, as you can probably tell, my back's one of my better muscles. Like, I don't mind a bit of rowing, but I don't know, but find it a wee bit boring. Sorry. And don't blame me for being lazy. I can't be bothered taking all the plates off and putting a blue plate on, so I'm just whacking on 2 5s onto the end of the 10. Still make 60 kilo regardless. Doesn't look as cool, it looked much cooler with a blue plate, but who cares about looking cool? Right, let's have some more Rice Krispies. I was going to say, Shared Shadow, what's your training background? Since you're getting back into training, what is your kind of training background? I'm always curious to find out how other people's like done their training and stuff before. And also, thank you for the follow. I just saw that there in the wee kick bit. Much appreciated. No, but I'm always interested in people's like sort of fitness and training background because not one person is the same, and not one person has the same reason for doing fitness. That's just done the Rice Krispies. Yeah, I just started again, haven't thought about my goals yet. No, so not, I wasn't going to ask about your goal, I was asking what's your like background in training. So, example, how long have you been into training? What types of training have you done? So for example, my background is, when I was younger, I did kind of a swimming and athletics. I did martial arts, judo, taekwondo, boxing. I started actual weight training at 14. I've been weight training fairly consistent since 14, so I've been training for just over nearly 12 years. Nearly 12 years. In between that, I've done everywhere from a bit of bodybuilding to calisthenics, and to now my main sort of a wee bit of strength training. Now I'm mostly focused on strength / powerlifting. I'm competing in powerlifting now. So that's kind of my background. So what's your kind of wee background into fitness and training? Sorry, HFI. Right, let's go. So we want 5 reps. This is what we want. Pardon me, sorry. Just get all the wind out of me. Oh, okay. Good. That was a good set. so we'll set a timer, 3 minutes. Boxing and wrestling. Nice. And I weight train on and off throughout my life, but I don't consider myself a pro in any of it. Oh, trust me, now that I've just got myself, in powerlifting wise, as a Scottish level. Which doesn't even mean like I'm a Scottish athlete. I mean, like, I've got myself to a level where I can compete at Scottish Championships. I'm hoping I can get myself to a level where I can compete at British. Whether that be this year or next year or even the year after that, we'll see. I've still got a few things I need to kind of dialed in and start to take more seriously. For example, I need to start taking my diet a lot more serious. That is one of my weak points in my nutrition. I tend to eat too much junk food and undercut my value of nutritional food consistently. And there's time where I actually just don't eat enough in general. So that's why I'm not, stupidly obese. I do have a wee bit of pudge. I train more for mental health. Absolutely, aye. I'd say that's probably one of my factors as well. Something that I don't think about consciously. But I do feel when I'm not training, my mindset is a wee bit more off. Just due to the fact is, I train so much. When I don't train, I have all this extra time. I'm the exact same. For me, it's more like, as I say, anger and frustration. If I'm angry or frustrated, I take it out in the weights, the heavy bag and stuff like that. Whereas if you don't have an outlet, you tend to just be a bit more irritable. I know that's talking from my perspective. If I don't train or just don't do what I want to do, don't do what I want to do, just don't keep in routine with my training and my physical health and stuff like that, it does impact mental wise. I can get pretty self-destructive. See, I'm not self-destructive, I'm more just... I'll basically just... You ever watch that movie fucking Get Out? And they go to the sunken place? I kind of just... I could lie in my bed the whole day, not move, not think, and just, I guess, be depressed. Yeah, everyone has those days. Fucking about to sing that song. No, but aye. But if I'm consistently training, I don't really get those days as often. I don't get self-destructive, I just get more solemn. Gloomy. Don't know what the right term would be for myself. Right, let's do another set. Right, so same again. We're going for 5. I'm wanting to make sure when I'm overhead pressing that when I'm bringing the bar, it's hitting the collarbone. I want to make sure I'm doing that. Let's get this. 5 reps, and then I'll check in the chat, see who else is popping the heat in. Whoa! Oh shit. Got 4. Not bad. Not bad. Starting in shifter 7. I'm all good. Training's going alright. Oh, that was a wee bit tiring. We'll bring that to neutral. Let's have a look. How many neutrals have I done? So that was 57. Oh shit. So I've got one more attempt of 60 to do. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I've got one more set of 60, but I've got one more attempt, or I'll need to deload. Okay. Happy to hear. Good. What about you, Shifter? How are you keeping? How's your training going and all that? Hope it's going well. If any of you have had a Milky Bar Chew before, they are quality. Doing great. Was sick about a month ago, so I lost my strength. That's good, good. I'm nearly in my kind of bit heavier zone for training. So I've got my training zones, so what I've set my training zones as essentially is, so from my current 1 rep max, I've went 80%, and see for what I want to hit 1 rep max, I've also done 80%, and that is my training zone. For example, my bench. So my current bench, current bench ever, is 115, and the bench that I'd like to hit is 125. So what I've done is I've dropped it both by 80%, and that is my training zone. And see, once I can get to the top end of the training zone, and for example hit potentially 8 reps of that said top bar of training zone, then I could potentially hit that 1 rep max of that I want to hit. So for example, if I can do 8 reps of 92.5 kilos, I could potentially bench press 115 kilos projected. So if that is accurate, then if I can bench press 100 kilos for 8 reps consecutively, then I could bench press 125 kilos for 1 repetition. And I've done that for both my squat and my deadlift. So I can ideally get all my 1 rep maxes higher without actually having to lift as heavy. I'm building not my peak strength, but my overall strength. Because there's a difference between performance strength, peaking strength, and true strength. So for example, true strength is the strength that you can acquire when you need it, whenever you need it. It doesn't matter if you're not prepared or not, that is your true strength of what you can do. Your peaking strength is when you've been building up and building and progressing, and you're at your peak strength. Performance strength is when you're at a competition and you've got all the best conditions under the sun, you've got the right diet in place, you've got everything, everything's to a T, and that is your peak performance strength. You only ever show peak performance in, hopefully, competition. Then peaking strength in training, maybe going for a wee 1 rep max, like a bro lift and that. And then your true strength is strength that you can just acquire at any time. You don't have to prepare, it's there. So I'm hoping to try and stay away from performance strength for a long while and really focus between peaking and true. if I'm kind of in between there, then I can build up a whole good foundation, which will hopefully project me to a better performance. If that makes any sense. Because what I could exactly, I could go 6 weeks, go for a 1 rep max, get it, hooray, deload, 1 rep max, hooray, deload. Or even go and then fail, then oh shit, I've just wasted 6 weeks. Whereas if I'm just working the ground level constantly, just chipping away, not going too far off the spectrum, then I'm always progressing. There's no delays, there's no setbacks, it's just small progressions at a time. And if I can do it over the span of the next sort of 5 months, then, I say 5 months, we'll say four-ish months, then I should hopefully be at a good level of strength. And then I can go from building true strength to peak strength, and then performance on the day. Only got a few reps there. I kind of got myself a bit dizzy there, so I think that's why I've muddled myself a wee bit. So we're on to deadlift now. As I said, so far I've still been able to do my deadlift without using straps, which is good, I'm happy. However, I'll still maybe try and do today's set without any straps, and then if I fail, I've not failed by the strength of my body, I've failed by the strength of my grip. And I've not really been doing a bunch of accessory exercises just because I did have a wee bit of time when I wasn't being consistent. So rather than just doing a 1 or 2 workouts and then throwing a bunch of accessories in and missing a bunch more, I'm just basically sticking to all the basics, and I'll start to add in more accessory stuff when and if I require that. Yeah, my squat is lacking though. I have poor ankle mobility and a longer femur, so I find front squats easier but still need to have elevated heels. That's fine, that's perfectly, as you say, you have to play to your body mechanics. So if you've got poor ankle mobility, you've got 2 options. Wear squat shoes or trying to improve your ankle mobility. Which the only way you improve your ankle mobility, which I'll actually be doing some of that today at the end of the workout, so I can show you. What's my opinion about squat shoes? See, I can't really have an opinion because I don't wear them. But the way I see it, see if you're not competing in a competition and you're not hanging, no harm, no foul. If you need to wear squat shoes, wear them. Olympic athletes wear them. A lot of powerlifters wear them. A lot of just normal people who don't have the mobility wear them. So why would you put yourself at a disadvantage when a lot of other people do? That was also my mindset when I was doing powerlifting. Oh, I don't want to wear any equipment and stuff, but then if I'm not wearing any equipment that aids me and everybody else is, I'm putting myself at a disadvantage. And see, if you're really just a hobbyist, I mean, you don't need to buy the most expensive squat shoes. Just buy squat shoes. Yeah, I need to have plates. That's it. See, if you need to have plates under your heels, you may as well just have squat shoes. So as I say, the difference between for me is I am a low bar squatter and I have good ankle mobility. So when you low bar squat, you have to be bent over. So and your hips go back. So when I'm squatting, hips are going back and my body's bent over. Perfect squat position. I can even go lower and then come straight up. However, see if I try to squat with an upright torso and come down. Yes, I have good ankle mobility, but your ankle mobility will only take you so far. See, I have to really try and focus myself and up. So, see if you have squat shoes which elevate your heel. So, you know, I'll actually just elevate my heel. So, we'll take these because sometimes a squat shoe is a wee bit thicker than this. But even by just elevating my heel by just a small amount, I'll be able to show you in a better perspective. So, you saw the flat. So, look, my heels are on a slight incline now. The difference between me now is I'm going to be upright. Look how easy that is. Just by having a wee slight arch, it allows me to squat upright without issue. I can go ass to grass, no issue. Boom. Even if I was low bar squatting, I still can low bar. See? And right away, let's just take a wee step forward and let's just squat upright again. See, I'm losing balance. So, it just depends on how you squat. It depends if you're high bar, low bar, your ankle. A lot of things you have to play with. So, for me, I've did a lot of training flat-footed and squatting, so I've learnt how to squat low bar with flat feet. Same again, that's why you like doing front squats. The bar's more over, the heel, that's it. I bet you, see if you get a pair of squat shoes and you start doing more high bar squatting, your squat will develop. Or even if you do, you have squat shoes and you start doing low bar, because that lack ankle mobility, that might help you as well. I say, you don't know until you try. So me just now, I don't really squat with any squat shoes or anything. Yes, we'll try back squats with squat shoes. All I can say is there is one way to squat, but there isn't a right way to squat, if you understand that. So there's only one way to squat. You go down, you go up. There's only one way to do it. There's no other way to squat, but there isn't a right way to squat. So that means if you have to have your heels up and squat, that's fine. If you are flat-footed and you bend, lean over and squat, that's fine as well. If you are wider, if you are closer, it doesn't matter. You find your way to squat and you work with it, because there isn't a right way to squat. There is one way to squat, and that is the same for everything. So there is one way to bench, on rack, down, up, but there isn't a right way to bench. Same with deadlifting. There is one way. There's one way to do a deadlift. And that is grabbing the bar, standing up, and bringing the bar back down. But there isn't a right way to deadlift. I mean, there are, as I say, people might just go, well, that's bullshit because there's ways that injury and ways that aren't. That is absolutely correct. But there is more than one way to a deadlift. Whether some ways might be better than others, that is debatable and all that. But at the end of the day, there is more than one way to do something. There's only one way to actually do it. There isn't a right way, there's just one way. So for example, squatting, up and down. Whether that be heels up, heels down, wide leg thingy, that is fine. There's one way to do it, but for everybody it's slightly different. And enough of me chatting. Let's move on to doing some deadlifts. The same as well, deadlift. Some people prefer conventional, some people prefer sumo. Me personally, I've barely touched sumo, so I mostly do conventional. And same again, some people deadlift for a slightly rounded back at the top, some people have a straight back, some people they squat the deadlift, some people don't. We'll look for some shoes for around 100. I think I can find something. Anyway, I mean, always, I don't know if I'd want to wear pre-owned shoes, but just look at sale things. Mind, as I always say, you buy right, you buy once. But see if you want to test something out, just buy a stupid wee cheap pair to begin with. And if you think, these are quite decent, that's what helped me, then you can invest and put more money into it. Also, do your research. Once you're finished talking to me, go onto YouTube pages, get multiple sources, go on the internet, just search like squat shoes, this, that. Mostly I go to YouTube videos and just get different YouTubers and stuff and different people of credibility. It's like a science. It's like anything to do with a science experiment. You don't just have one method in one source. You have multiple methods. You have multiple sources, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm having another Milky Bar Chew. It means I've only got one more left. Yeah, I did that, but usually those people are affiliated with those brands and looking for multiple. I'm looking. That's good. Just keep. That's it. So yeah, thanks again. We'll let you know. No, not a bother. It's always good to see if things work. 'Cause I don't wear squat shoes, but there might be a time where I might start wearing them just for performance aspects. So it'll be good to see how it helps one person to another. But no, take it easy after the fat shoes jumping off. Take it easy, my man. We're just going to be cracking on with the deadlifts anyway. Right, let's get this. Let's stop procrastinating. Let's go. So, 90 kilos. Not heavy. There you go. Easy. So I've did 90. I could do 130, which is a 40 kilo and a half. I'll do. We'll do 140 and then jump again. So, I feel a lot more chiller today because I've not rushed this workout. I've just kind of sat and took my time and just done a bunch of chatting, which has been good. Plenty of water as well. We're already about an hour. I'm nearly finished, to be fair, but don't feel nowhere near as tired. And I feel quite good, you know. I've trimmed the beard, done the eyebrows, done the nose, done the nails. I don't really need a haircut just now. A haircut's still fine. Could probably go another couple of weeks. Just got bedhead, that's all. Right. I think we should go. I'm not feeling very tired in that, so. The only thing is hands. I don't want my hands to get clammy. Because if they get sweaty, it becomes harder to grip the bar. Easy. Fucking easy. Good. Oh. There we go. Deadlift. 170 kilograms. So this is just 45 kilos from my 1 rep max. So, not bad. So we'll just chill for, I'm going to set a 3-minute timer because I want to be fully rested for this. So, let's see. The Milky Bar Chew is surging through me. So I was just chilling. Got another minute. Just trying to make sure. I shouldn't have wore these shorts because these wee rubber textures on the shorts, I can actually feel it friction against the bar. Getting a bit nervous now. Saturn Sandoff and Kristen, how's it going? How's it going, my man? bit of deadlift at heavy weight, so just in time. I'm here. I think you say miss me every single time, but I'm always here. I'm always training. Right. Okay. So if I fail this, it's purely a grip. But hey, it just means I start wearing straps for training purposes. I'm good, Christian, I'm good. Training hard, how about yourself? I think that was 5. Don't know. Oh, much love. Fingers. Let's watch that. Oh. Let's watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Let's double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking bala bing, bala boom. Easy days. That is it. We're now into our training zone. So 2 out of 3 exercises are in the training zone. Excellent. Excellent. I am very happy. So, what we're doing now is we're going to put the weights away, do a bit of ankle mobility, and that is us done. So, now I am 10 kilos away from being in the training zone. Bench, I'm at the bottom end of the training zone. And deadlift, I've just entered the bottom level of my training zone. So we're doing good. I've still got a few progressions up there, so I'll still be doing 3x5s. I'm doing 5 days just now. And then I'll deload and it'll be switched to 4 days. And then I'll keep going. And then it'll be 3x3. And of course then it'll be deload. So then it will be... Give me a second. I'll just add this on. Yeah. So right now I'm doing 3x5 for 5 days. Then I'll deload, it'll be 3x5 for 4 days. Then I'll go down, it'll be 3x3 for 4 days. Then I go down, it'll be free to deload 10%, 3x3 for 3 days. Aye. So we're not at the deload just yet. I want to try and get as much ground done as I can. I think I'm getting to that level now because I've had to deload rows, I've had to deload pull-ups, my bench is closing to deloading point, squatting is getting to tipping point, deadlift's going fine, surprisingly. Really deadlift's just a grip issue. But deadlifting is, as I'm saying, my volume of deadlifting is quite low. If I was to have a bit like 3 sets of 5, I think it would be much more difficult. But as I say, once the volume goes down, I will start to impact the volume across all 3. So we can just save all that just now and we can close it. So essentially, if I can go into February still being consistent, I think I will just force myself a deload. Because I did 4 sessions last week. If I can get 5 and 5, I'd be happy. Because I have missed, so week 2, 3, 4 and 5. So for a whole month, I was pretty inconsistent. Yeah. Aye, 2, 3, 4, aye. For a whole month, I was inconsistent. So I've lost out on a month of training, I feel. Not really, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And I'm supposed to be in 5 days, so I've really technically missed out 3 weeks worth of training. 3 weeks worth of training I've missed out on. Which isn't a good thing, it's not. Oh. Let's tidy this away. Oh. I feel like the last 4 months I've done nothing. I see when you don't. It's like for me myself, I was like, oh, I won't do any competitions that soon because I'll give myself more training time. But then of course, family things happen. You just can't predict, and it just takes a bit of time. So yes, them 3 weeks weren't for no reason for being not really consistent in training. It still just doesn't help me though. But still, there's no excuses. You just need to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, and then we can just see how we get on. Went from 180 being fit, maxing, pressing 350 to weighing 228 and struggling now. 350, I'm guessing that's pounds. And seeing you're saying pressing, are you talking about overhead pressing or are you talking about benching? For me, pressing would be overhead. Bench. That's still an unreal fucking bench, man. Like, I know you work with pounds, I work with kilos. Like, my bench is about 115 kilos. I'm not a very good bencher though. I'm more of a squat and deadlift guy. Pounds, yeah, so. Let's see. I'm going to convert it because I'm terrible with pounds. And thank you, Kuros, for the follow. Much appreciated. It's what I do. Much appreciated. Oh, right. My brain stopped braining there. Hold on. I want to go kg to pounds. So let's look. So 350, you said? 350. Fuck, man, that's just 158.7. So round about 160 kilos. Fucking nuts, man. I was never great at squats. Ended up hiring a trainer to help. No, I'm much better at squatting. I mean, I'm not the best, but I'm much better at squatting. Right, enough chit chat. Let's tie this. Oh, and as I said, I was gonna fold my rack away, but I'm not. I'm training again tomorrow, so I may as well just leave the rack out and just have it set up for my squatting tomorrow. I'm forgetting. It's only me that uses it, so I can set it up any way I want. My squats is always something I've been weak at, something I'm working on. That's good. Good. It's always good to acknowledge weak points and not to be scared of it, but just to do it. It's like, for example, I have a weak right tricep. So for example, you see this arm, my tricep's quite alright. And then instantly, if we switch to this arm, I mean, it's not terrible, but you can see there's a difference. Right, so quickly we're just going to finish off with a bit of ankle mobility. So, just on the side of the ankle. And in the way. So I don't really know if this does anything, but I just thought if you stretch the front of your back, you may as well do the sides. Because how many times do people roll over on their ankles and it fucking hurts? So if I at least stretch it a wee bit, then I'm at least strengthening wee weak points. So this is just giving me a nice deep stretch in the calf, because a part of your ankle is your calf's connected to it. So if you've got tight calves, then your ankles will be tighter, because everyone's connected to everything. And relax. Oh, just scraped my elbow there off the knurl of the bar. I can become a cheese grater. So I'm rotating the hips in, pushing it forward. It's giving me a much greater stretch in the calf. And relax. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting pressure from my knuckles and my toes down, and it's stretching the front of the ankle or front of the foot. Don't really know how to call And as I can push my hips forward, push down to get a bigger stretch. I can change position of the weight getting distributed so it feels it on more side one, more on the other. And do the exact same. Pushing down into the knuckles of the feet. Pushing the hips forward. Going to one side. Going to the other. Some rotations. And we're going to do it again. Okay, we've only got like 2 more wee stretches for the ankles. There's not a whole lot you do. Same with the wrist, there's not a whole lot you need to do. You just need to do it consistently. So see if you do have kind of a lack of mobility in your ankle joint, for example for your squats to get your knees over your toes, this will be the thing to help you. As I say, knee forward, yeah. And what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight onto the knee that's in the 90-degree angle. I guess you could talk this is a 90-degree angle as well. Well, you're going to go to the side that's got the knee up and your foot planted in the ground. There you go. So I'm shifting the weight, and all I'm doing is I'm pushing the weight onto the ankle, keeping my foot firm in the ground, but I'm putting my weight onto it. I say some people can have weights, like a plate, and do it as well. I personally don't need that, because I can rest my torso, which is the weight itself, onto my ankle. And I can adjust it by putting pressure on my hands. And as you can see, I can get my knee quite far off. And then I can move the weight. So I can, as long as my heel's touching the ground, I'm getting the stretch. So foot needs to be planted, so I can go this way. I can bring it more in. As long as my heel is planted, I'm getting a good stretch. Holy shit! Shadow Gloom! Another wee subscribe. Oh, subscribe for 7 months. Much appreciated, my man. Shadow Gloom, how's it going? Oh, I know you love this wee pose. And relax. Oh. What's my diet like when I'm training? My diet is atrocious. I do not track my calories. I have hundreds of cheat meals. I am not the best at dieting. I am probably the last person you want to speak to about dieting. However, I am good at losing weight for competitions. So, from the period of, I guess you could say, March to August, I managed to lose 11 kilos to get myself into a lower weight class. Did I perform well? No. But did I lose the 11 kilos? Yes, I did. And that was just by counting my calories and making sure that I was in a calorie deficit throughout the whole time. And I did a gut cut a few days before the competition. So I'm good at losing weight, not good at dieting. I'm trying to be better. And as you can see, look how much my knee's over my toe. It's quite a considerable, it's a good few inches. There we go. How many calories do you take in daily? See, I don't really count my calories, but see, when I was cutting, I knew, see, if I was eating less than 2,000 calories, I knew I was losing weight. So my calorie intake when I was cutting was maybe fluctuating between, we'll say at the worst 1,000 calories to just under 2,000. On average, I was probably eating about 15 to 1,800 calories, which isn't a lot, especially when you're training hard and you're working shifts and stuff like that. It's not fun, it's not easy, but does your day job keep you active? Aye, I do a lot of walking and sometimes I have to be quite physical in my day job as well, so aye. But ideally, I need to track my calories a lot more. Instead of being in a cycle of eating hundreds of junk food, gaining weight, then having to lose weight for a competition, I'm wanting to try and just be in a maintenance mode all the time, so that I'm not, when I'm losing weight, I'm not feeling weaker and more tired. So, also, see a thing with practicing ankle mobility, my feet are together. There you go. Good ankle mobility. Helps you when you're squatting. So lastly, let's just loosen off that joint. There we go. Same again. See, because I'm doing a lot. I used to when I used to sit in this position, I used to get quite a deep stretch in my ankles because I wasn't used to being in this position. But by doing that, just like when I'm putting my toe knuckles into the ground and pushing back, it's giving myself a bit more it's giving myself more flexibility, which is allowing myself to be more mobile in positions. When I do this, I can feel the stretch in the ankle. But I can comfortably sit in this position and put my weight, because I used to have to either put my weight forward to take the stress off the ankles, on the front of the ankles. But now I can just sit and I'm fairly comfortable. I mean, it's not the most comfortable because I'm still quite inflexible, but it's a lot better than what it used to be. Aye. But no, my day job does, there's days where my job isn't very active, but there's days where my job's very active. It just depends. But that's me done for today. We've done a wee hour and a half. I probably could have been quicker, but as I say, I did quite a quick training session yesterday and it knackered me, so I'm a lot happier for just taking my time and enjoying myself. And it's been good because, as I say, Shadow Gloom has given us a wee sub, that's been good. Shared Shadows gave us a wee follow and kick. Kuros has followed us on Twitch as well, so it's been a good wee day. And good interactions from a few people, so it's been good. As I've been saying, is I'm doing my best to be more consistent in training. So right now I'm still training 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. That's what I'm doing, or I'm trying to do. Gaming wise, I'm still off work for a wee bit, so I might try and get back into a gaming session. I don't know, we'll see. No promises made. But I'm still on the efforts of making a basic Discord server. So that means I can start putting like announcements of when I'm streaming and stuff. Mostly single player stuff, like I've live streamed Star Wars, I've done a wee bit of League of Legends, I've done the Harry Potter game Hogwarts, and I just started to stream Mortal Kombat. I play like Dragon Soul game, Souls games, like Demon Souls. I've got Elden Ring to play, I've not played that yet. I've got a lot of games that I need to go back and play. I need to play the newer God of War, which has already been out for ages. I've got so many games I need to play, but unfortunately being a grown up, can't do it as much. But I'm trying to make myself more time. But yeah, that's me done for tonight. As I say, I'm going to maybe do a bit more work on my Discord stuff tonight, or I might just chill, don't know. But I will be training tomorrow, I will love yous and leave yous, and I shall see yous all next time.